Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everybody to our webinar today. Our presenters, Carl, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Carl. I'm the Global Alliance Manager of MPDV. I'm 13 years in manufacturing as a solution architect, and I have global responsibility for our partner activities. And I'm very happy to show a joint solution with Eagle today and also in some more upcoming webinars where the topic is improved manufacturing efficiency. Thank you, Harry.
Courtney?
Hi, my name is Courtney Heim. I'm a part of MPDV. I am in the USA division in Chicago. So I'm a sales representative with the organization. I've been in software for 7 years, and I will be talking a little bit today along with Carl. So thank you all for coming.
My name is Harry Kohal. I'm Vice President of Eagle Technology, and our presentation today is the road to predictive maintenance. Our agenda today, we're going to do a little bit of an introduction of the two companies. We're going to talk about maintenance in discrete plants, talk a little bit about Hydra and the benefits of Hydra. We're going to talk about Eagle and our CMMS product, and then we'll do some question and answer follow-up. Eagle Technology has been in the software maintenance business for over 30 years. Our new products include inspection modules and software to enhance the maintenance and productivity life cycle of plant equipment and facilities. We have over 3,000 users, and we are global. We support multiple languages, and our software is designed to help organizations manage the maintenance and facility operations. You might ask yourself, why should you use a CMMS? And some of you who have signed up may be looking just for CMMS today. And the simple answer is that it helps you measure and manage. There's the saying that it's easier to earn $1 in profit by reducing costs than it is to increase your sales. We're seeing all sorts of industries with increased revenue, but that doesn't mean your profitability has to shrink. And using a tool like Eagle CMMS can add to the value of your operations. Today, technology is embedded in everything we do. People talk about the Internet of Things and the ability to connect and gather data. We have regulatory agencies that affect our businesses. We try and control labor costs and make our people as efficient and as productive as possible. And of course, we always need to manage our assets, our machine inventories, and capital planning capabilities. So Maintenance 101 will help your organization put together teams that can manage and measure and do work more effectively. You might ask, what does it do for you? Well, it can help you categorize and measure asset life cycle. It can measure uptime, which is critical in the manufacturing environment. We know there's a constant struggle between the maintenance staff and the production staff to get orders out of the plant versus maintaining the machine. And sometimes we affect ourselves adversely by not getting the maintenance done in proper time frame. And on the other hand, not getting the order out of the door is a critical problem as well. Well, today, you're going to see two best-of-breed products bring together the capability to do both. Get the production out the door and turn around and get the maintenance done in a timely and effective fashion. You say it's impossible? Wait, you'll see. We want to protect our organization from legal liability. With a proper CMMS in place, you can do assessments, do inspections to make sure that safeguards aren't being bypassed, that the operations staff is providing safe environment for all the workers, and that if there's any issues, that they're addressed in a prompt and efficient manner. Maintaining things effectively helps minimize energy consumption. If I've got a piece of equipment that's not running well and it's not well maintained, it takes more energy to run that piece of equipment. We want to be able to have the right part at the right time to fix something if something does break, and we know it does from time to time. But we also don't want to be saddled with millions of dollars of obsolete inventory. So inventory is a critical component of maintenance. And we need to prove it. So our solutions provide graphs, key performance indicators to senior management to show the value and the effect of positive maintenance management tools. When we talk about parts inventory today, things are so diverse. You can get things from part A from 15 different suppliers. You need to understand that they may have different costs, they may have different lives associated with that part. Not all things are created equal. So it's important to know where you've gotten a part from and how it's performing. It's not just about cost. So the CMMS will give you information relating to these parts, the frequency of usage, and the life cycle of that part in your piece of equipment. Proteus MMX is a world-class CMMS solution. It's cloud-based. It's been written from the ground up in 2010. We're on our 3.3 release, and we've got thousands of users, again, using this product independently throughout the world just for maintenance management. But today, the exciting part about our presentation is that we're bringing together MES and CMMS from two world-class producers, offering you total integration. We have to talk about technology because technology changes constantly. If you have products that are written years ago, they will eventually fall apart. Eagle has developed and continues to develop in current technologies the database structure, the code for our solutions, and this technology today allows easy interface between systems. In the past, proprietary systems were written and the interface between system A and system B was very difficult. Today, with the technology that we have, we are offering you an interactive, interfaceable solution to tie together to your MES from MPDV as well as other systems potentially. Eagle has been interfacing with building automation systems, for example, in real time for over 15 years. So you ask yourself, what type of data can help me manage more effectively? Data relating to parts, data relating to uptime, data relating to energy consumption, data relating to who did what on what machine and when, and data relating to the fact that you did something in a positive fashion so that should something adverse happen, you have documentation saying this is what the manufacturer said to do, this is common business practice, this is what we've done, and therefore you protect your organization. If you don't measure, you can't manage. And there are three aspects relating to maintenance that you need to measure. You need to measure the cost of maintenance, you need to be able to measure the asset life cycle, and you need to be able to measure people needs, whether it's contractor or in-house personnel, to get the job done. We also help you with warranty enforcement by showing when something's going to be coming off of warranty, alerting you ahead of time, and giving you ample time to have the vendor or supplier review the piece of equipment before it goes off of warranty. The system's customizable and robust, and yet our users tell us it's logical and easy to use. And that's critical in today's environment. We offer reports, multiple languages, in currencies, and you can add attachments to your work orders, including videos, manuals, parts catalogs, things like that, to the work order level, showing the technician specifically what needs to be done, giving them a tool using a mobile device that makes their time and the measurement of their time very effective. I'm going to turn it over now to Kurt.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Harry. I have right now shown some participants' logos who are manufacturers. So as our goal is to really capture and gather machine signals, to really manage production orders and synchronize them with the maintenance CMMS. I was taking here the logos of some of your participants that you feel welcomed, and that we also, as we have a part in the audience who is from non-manufacturing, that we have here a clear line. So whether you are making metal bolts, or whether you are in the medical device industry, or whether you are doing plastic parts or packaging, or drinking cups out of plastics, or Jack Links, protein snacks, the processes are usually always the same. You have a real factory. Just going to the next slide. Yeah, sorry, that was too fast. So we have a classic shop floor, and in this production we have different departments with different machines, and one of the criteria where we can provide value is if you have customer orders and you need to synchronize them with the maintenance orders, where the goal is usually that customer or manufacturing orders have a priority. So this is a very typical setting where we have about 200 machines, and we are, you're seeing some panel PCs that we are fixing on the shop floor. Here we have 45 panel PCs, and I just go ahead, where a worker is registering a barcode with a production order, logging on, logging off operations. Our software also is then collecting quantities. We have automatic quantity counting features. We capture scrap reasons and also do the collection of consumption data. So the idea is really to have an online and a transparent view of what is going on in your factory. An additional important element is really our machine data module. So if you have newer Ethernet capable production machines, we have software interfaces where we are getting status and counting information. If you have older equipment, we have such a magic box, I call it, where we can gather energy as well as counter and status information. So the idea, what we're doing here in this large factory on every single workplace or machine, it's very simple. We take production orders, shoot a barcode, log on the order. While this is a manual operation, then the machine data function comes into gear, and once the production starts on the basis of the counter, we capture the automatic switch from setup to uptime, which is production. In case a standstill occurs, which is a very important information for the maintenance, we can also automatically record the time events, when exactly a standstill occurs, and we can also assign standstill reasons, which then can trigger a maintenance workflow. So as a next step, we are then able to really shorten such unexpected standstills and really can manage the efficiency of the plant in a better way. So here then the production of a certain part resumes until the target quantity is reached and the work order is completed. So then the beauty of the system is we also identify idle times in an automatic way. So this means the combination where there is no machine signal and no registered order. So by this, in your factory, we do not lose a single minute on any machine, and we really give your central planning an online view of your production. The beauty that you see here is our system captures hundreds of thousands or even millions of so-called time events. And as most of you have some sort of ERP or commercial software, we are then on the server aggregating this data from time events to time spans. So for example, we say the setup time took from 10 a.m. to 10:30. Then we calculate 30 minutes. In case you have a standstill, and you want to calculate your production time, this is already a little bit more complicated because you have to analyze 4 time events and you have to create a sum. So we are aggregating and combining this data so that you are having a very efficient, true process of collection, and you do not need to rely on handwriting. Another point is, as you can see here, then we aggregated this data also to the ERP and usually give the values back. So the consequence is that you're having an efficient, completely wired factory. You're seeing here some examples: bigger touch screen, mobile terminals, Wi-Fi, some coming and going, time and attendance terminals, and the classic PC workstations from where you can access any information in your plant in real time online. Good. So while the capturing is a very, very important part, once you have mastered this, the basic question arises: how do we organize, how do we sequence, and how do we optimize our production process in the timeline? So here we have our additional module, shop floor scheduling. So we take your production orders, we define either a 2-shift or a 3-shift or a 1-shift regime, and we schedule your different production process in a connected and in a very systematic manner, where we can eliminate capacity peaks, where we can provide the personnel as a scheduling result, and we can do some optimization. There are certain strategies for optimization, like setup change or main OEE efficiency. So this is really a flexible tool that allows you to completely control your shifts, your delivery dates, and your internal production milestones. Sorry again, I was a little bit too fast. So the biggest challenge in complex multi-step factories is if you have 3, 4, 5, 6 departments. For example, you have a final assembly and a quality testing, then you have a principal assembly, and then you have certain feeding departments. This is a very typical example where we have 2 feeding departments that are making their products for the assembly of customer orders. So once you have this requirement in your plant, our complex order networks in our scheduling module really can make a difference for the complex and multi-hierarchical scheduling features and requirements in your production. Yeah, the basic benefit is that everybody has permanent and online information. So the maintenance department can look, where are my standstills? The sales department can look, what's the expected delivery date of my customer's production order? The general management can perform reports and evaluations. The production planning is the main beneficiary for really doing the overall plant planning, but also many times foremen, shift heads, or department heads are using the online data out of our production database. So the beauty is that you capture each resource in your plant, and then all the departments have a common source, a common online source to produce more efficient, to eliminate waste, and to know what's really going on. So if we look today to modern manufacturing, we still see a very high percentage of handwriting, of Excel sheets, of handwritten labels, and the goal is with our Hydra MES system integrated to Eagle's CMMS to really optimize that process and to really have a complete real-time online image of your factory. Good. So as this is the first seminar, and as we have lots of non-manufacturing participants as well, I was rather thinking not to drill deeper into features or functions. So if you want to go deeper, please visit us again in the next seminar. My colleague Courtney, towards the end, she will say something about the follow-up options. My goal is really to give you a first impression how modern online connected factories look like. And I have here some photos of a live seminar I did at a company called Gerhardi, who is famous for doing in the automotive industry the front grills. So the Audi front grills and the BMW front grills come at 90% from this company. So we went, they have our Hydra in 2 plants, and we went to one of the plants, and we really did for 25 selected participants. We did some sort of reference live factory tour. And this is me. I was just a little bit the initial moderator. It was a full-day program from 9:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the idea is not to organize this as a cheap sales pitch. The idea is really to let the 4 key executives speak how they use such a tool for their manufacturing optimization. So as always, you have the IT manager who explained how he did the vendor selection and why he chose us. Then the production and logistics, the production planner, his main thing was not only the good production schedule, but also the raw material provision. And you see him here explaining during the tour his raw material provision process as part of the factory tour after lunch. The head of logistics, the main user, the main passive user of our scheduling, because he sees here exactly on each machine what's the output. And in the automotive industry, they have a just-in-time requirement. So they have a time window of 3 to 6 hours before the production start, and so therefore he is constantly looking at the screen to really organize the packaging and the logistics. And the head of production, who has the responsibility to eliminate scrap, who has quality issues, who has performance issues. So you see him here with his scrap reports out of Hydra. Yeah, and then another goodie, here you see a live view. So these are our Hydra terminals directly on the machine. This is such a front grill that comes out from the press. You have some printers, barcodes. Every scrap piece or every deviation is recorded immediately, and they have an online performance and an online tracking system and a quality inspection system here installed. And the last thing, a very fancy thing, is the process and energy and temperature capturing. Then they have some modern and newer machines where we can also read software process values out of the software, and so everybody wants to see that too. Good. This is the major instrument at the Gerhardi factory. It's the so-called graphic machine park. It is really one screen that lists all 60 workplaces and indicates through a color system what is setup, what is standstill, and what is production. So they use this screen very well, and they also beam this screen up to the forklifts through a Wi-Fi. So they have found really a smart way of intra-logistics, because each of the forklifts has this previously seen screen, and with his finger he can tip on every machine and he exactly sees how many pieces are already produced. And this guy, out of his experience, he knows the bucket sizes, and so by this he has a complete way. He knows what to pick up where, at which press, when. Yeah, so this was a first glance. My idea was to make you appetite on complete software integrated manufacturing processes and on manufacturing execution. I have here a short summary. Our company is 30 years in the business. We have about 1,000 installations, and here we just have summarized all the aspects that we can do for you, which is securing traceability and quality, reducing lead times or doing a better planning, improving your on-time delivery performance. The other thing, as mentioned before, and also as is a feature of CMMS, reducing energy costs. But the main point is really to increase the use of your capacities, to really get the maximum out of your machines and workplaces. Also to minimize the material and the work in process, and to let your workers produce work more efficiency, more relaxed, more systematic. And of course, as you can imagine, if you connect all these machines, you have enormous amounts of KPIs. You can exactly track and trace night shifts, weekend shifts. There is an infinite number of reporting features in our system. Good. So this was a short summary, and I would like to hand over to my colleague Courtney about the upcoming Chicago IMTS show. Courtney, can you hear us?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I hope everyone enjoyed the high-level overview of the MES and CMMS presentation. We are going to do further demonstrations on those systems September 20th, and then we're going to have a recap and question and answer session on September 27th. So if you have your calendars out or a Post-it note, write those dates down. If you will be in the area in Chicago at the McCormick Place, September 12th through the 17th, so that is next Monday through Saturday. So Monday through Saturday, there will be the International Manufacturing and Technology Show at the McCormick Place in Chicago. MPDV will be there, along with Eagle. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe an Eagle representative will be in the MPDV booth, and that is booth E3125. So if you have any questions, please write down that booth number or look for MPDV in the directory at the show. Would love to have you come by and see both of the systems and get more of a demonstration right there at the show, or take down September 20th through the 27th for further information on these two systems.
Yeah, so we've been rushing, I think we're well ahead of time. Harry.
Yes, I'm here. At this point in time, if anybody has any specific questions, you can type them in and we'll try and address them. If not, we again thank you very, very much for attending our webinar. And the next one on the 20th will go into much more depth. And don't forget, if you are at the show, stop and see us in the booth. So we'll give people a few minutes to type questions in if they have any. Otherwise, we'll end for the day. Are there any questions?
Yeah.
I want to point out again that this ability to combine two best-of-breed companies and give your organization high visibility not only into production and machine equipment usage, but into optimal scheduling of maintenance based on those production cycles is something that is extremely valuable to everybody attending. And there's a cost, obviously, to doing all of this, but there's a huge cost when you don't. So with that, I think we're going to end the webinar. We thank you very much for attending. And our contact information, it was in the opening slide. If you need to access any one of us, please feel free to reach out personally, and we can do a more personal presentation for you and your organization. Again, we thank you for coming. Good day.
Thank you. Good day. Bye-bye.